there and welcome to the World Free Running Championships 2009. Coming at you live from London's Trafalgar Square, and it's absolutely beautiful out here. Look at it. Isn't it great?
It's absolutely fantastic. We've had a great afternoon down here. About 8,000 people here at the minute. We've heard beatboxers, we've seen break dancers, and of course we've been watching the free runners today.
Yeah, and I was just dancing like my dad in case you missed that.
Yeah.
Bit of dad dancing as well.
Now, Cardi on as well by the looks of it.
Thanks very much, Kirsty. You make me feel great about myself. Now this makeup is a bit of a surprise to you. But you know what? We're all adults here. I'm not going to lie. Neither myself nor Kirsten are experts when it comes to free running, but I do know a man who is. We'll introduce you to him very soon.
Absolutely. We need to know all about this. For instance, we need to know what is a cat leap? What's a Kong vault?
A cat leap looks something like this.
A Kong vault?
I don't know that one.
Luckily, we can tell you what all of these things and more are. Just watch this.
Free running is an adrenaline-charged mix of athletics and gymnastics that has exploded into popular culture. But forget running tracks and gyms. Free runners use everyday urban furniture to get their kicks. The aim is to keep moving over obstacles as seamlessly as possible, finding the fastest route from A to B, throwing in flips, leaps and tricks on the way to spice things up. So here's some basic moves to look out for. The cat leap. The precision jump. The Kong vault. And the speed vault. Put together, the results are stunning. Free running is all about freedom of expression, so watch out for tricks using walls and just about anything else you can think of. To get to the highest level, you're going to need skill, be super fit and have a lot of bottle. Don't forget, free running can be dangerous, so know your limits. So it's the Barclaycard World Free Running Championship 2009. Those are just some of the moves that you can expect to see today. Now, one move was actually forgotten during that. I'm a Hackney boy, and I like to call this the Hackney curve jump. No applause. All right. Forget you lot, man. Anyway, that's just one person applauding. How embarrassing. Anyhow, that probably won't be included during today's show. But we know a man who knows a lot about free running, and here he is. This is what happened when Kirsten met Easy.
Easy is one of the co-promoters of today's event, so perfectly placed to talk me through the course, which I believe starts up there. That's the only thing they have to do, isn't it?
Yeah, so all athletes have to start from the very top point. They each have a minute to run through the course. How they do so is entirely up to them.
So what sorts of things have we got? Looking around, you've sort of tried to recreate the blocks that you might find on the streets in the city. There are drain pipe type things as well there?
What we've tried to do is to make as many obstacles as we can in close proximity to kind of open up movement and allow for intricate combinations. So you wouldn't find this kind of environment outside. This is all kind of congested. It's pretty much a kind of free running heaven for the guys.
And the monkey bars as well. What sorts of things can we expect to happen on here, for instance?
Lots of swinging. The guys will be doing precision jumps, which are jumping from one point to the rail and stopping. Moving like monkeys, basically. I can see a lot of activity happening here.
And the bit out the front, the kind of show-off arena out there for the crowd. What will be going on down there?
This is the main open area for doing vaults and a variety of different flips. The crowd are going to really appreciate it when they get out there.
We've got the mats here at the moment. They aren't going to be here when the competitors are here, are they?
This is just for the warm-up process.
So how often have they practiced on this beforehand, the people that are competing
today? They've had about an hour and a half, the same yesterday. We've tried to restrict that just to allow them to get comfortable with what they see and to familiarise themselves, because we want them to save their energy, basically.
And how mentally will they be preparing for something like this?
I don't think you can really prepare mentally properly. I mean, none of them have been in front of 8,000 people before. You've got the TV cameras. It's a daunting prospect, but they're all fired up. They're highly skilled. They can't wait to get stuck in.
Bring it on, I say. Bring it on.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there you go. That's a lot of moves that you can expect to see a little bit later on today.
It certainly is. Loads to learn there. Now, earlier on, you were chatting to some of the guys, weren't you? We'll be finding out about that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But now it's about time we kind of laid out the format for you today. You need to know what's going to be happening, how's this thing going to be judged, how are we going to end up with our winner tonight?
I'll tell you what, there's a number that you need to remember, Kirsten. That number is 4. There are 4 judges today, Kirsten.
Obviously, they know their stuff in the world of free running. They're sitting just to the left of us. They've been watching everything, making notes and scoring. How does the scoring work?
Well, can I just say that all the judges look really, really serious? I'm a little bit scared of them right now. In terms of scoring, there are 400 points up for grabs with every run that each free runner does.
Sounds like a lot, but they are judging on 4 different things. Let's talk you through that. There is the technical difficulty, so that's the complexity of the moves that these people use. There's the execution of the moves. There's the creativity as well. How do they use their environment whilst they're out there? And their fluidity. And that's quite difficult to say, their fluidity when they're doing it. So each one of those gets a maximum of 25 points. So 100 points in all, 4 judges, that gets you to your 400, you see?
Can we make a rule that we only say fluidity that slow for the rest of tonight's show? Fluidity.
They've only got 1 minute to do all of that thing, so 60 seconds in order to impress the judges with all of that stuff.
That's right, there's also 4 areas, and as well as that, not forgetting, of course, there'll be top 3 people performing, or should I say, standing on the podium, definitely collecting themselves some medals a little bit later on.
Absolutely. Do you want to see the action so far? I bet you do. Here you go. Here it is with our commentator, David Croft.
A perfect day for free running, and 25 of the world's best all taking to the stage. This, though, the last time we'll see all the athletes together. Only 10 can make it through to the final run. Gaëtan Bouyer spun his way into the top 10 with a great execution. Next up, Marcus Gustafsson from Sweden, using the obstacles to great effect with that 360 gainer to end it all off. George Mayfield, we felt the full force of the G-force with a double cork. Bang. After George, Andre Liesel. And he gave us a new trick. I think this is a castaway side somersault. And even when he got it wrong, he still managed to bail out. Showtime was back from the 2008 World Championships. We've seen a lot of his breakdance inspired routine. The 360 back though, that was new. Following Showtime into the top 10, Koa from Germany. Got to be our smallest athlete of the day, scurrying around the stage like a scarab beetle searching for his mummy. And then from Bulgaria, Delian Dimitrov, who flipped, not flopped, his way into the top 10. You don't want to get in the way of those landings, but he got it pretty spot on. And then the pre-tournament favourite, Tim Sheaf. Can anyone else try the precision to handstand on the bars? The best score of all for the man from Derby, who'll take some beating in the final on this form. Jason Paul's been troubled by his tummy all day. Obviously, this is the best cure. 1, 2, 3, 4 spins. But for every gainer, there has to be a loser. Pre-tournament favourite, Paul Joseph, feeling just a touch blue about his effort. This lâché, his last move of his routine, his last move of the day. And then the defending champ, Jay Walker. The pressure of being the man defending his title, obviously not showing. And this castaway release back tuck, well, let's just say it was savage. And there's our leaderboard. Tim Sheaf, the man really on fire with 357 points. A surprise to many that Jason Paul has made it into the final run. Gabriel Nunes will take some beating, and George Mayfield will have the hopes of Cheltenham resting on his shoulders. Pouillet and Dimitrov tied for 9th place, just 1 point ahead of the man in 11th. Pouillet just ahead. He had better marks for fluidity.
You join us at the side of the stage right now with 2 finalists. First of all, Gabe from the US of A. Gabe, how you finding it out here?
I find it beautiful. London's awesome, and I feel very welcome and invited by everybody in the audience, so it's been a blast.
Dude, you made it to the final 10. I mean, how are you feeling? It's definitely been tough competition this year, right?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied. You know, going into this, I saw the talent this year and how much they've pushed the level, and it's just amazing to see all the athletes out here and what they're doing now, and it's only going to get better. So it was intimidating, but it's been fun.
Well, I'm not going to lie, I'm currently feeling a little bit skinny right now because I'm standing in between 2 athletes, and Tim over here is looking decidedly stocky right now. Tim, you're from the UK, you got a lot of home support, and you have come top of the qualifiers. I mean, what's going through your mind right now going into the final?
I'm just going to get that final run nailed, man. And if I can keep it at the same level as my first run, that was quite a high score. I don't think I'm going to peak over that. So if I can equal it, I'll be so happy right now.
And have you planned your run yet?
Half planned, you know, I want to go out there, just stand and stare at the course, see what I envision myself doing on it, and we'll get done from there.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, it's definitely all kicking off here at the World Free Running Championships 2009. Last year was definitely big, but this is without a doubt bigger. Thanks, Reg. Great stuff. So that was finalists Tim and Gabe a little bit earlier on. We had a bit of a chat, and they are so pumped up for the final. It's going to be amazing.
Well, the crowd's going wild. We are almost ready to get things going here right now. We're joined by Easy, who's going to be talking us through stuff here. The finalists are up on the podium. We've got our 10 people ready to go up there. We were impressed with the quality so far, Easy?
It's been absolutely amazing. Couldn't have asked for more.
Definitely. Any surprises? I mean, the Australian didn't go through, did he? Sean Wood.
I wasn't actually too impressed with Sean. I think that the big surprise has been Blue Devil. He's an outstanding athlete, and for him not to qualify, I think is...
I actually saw him backstage. He looked really, really emotional. He looked a little bit broken, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, why do you think he didn't qualify?
I think he was trying to be sensible. Well, it wasn't sensible, but he was trying to save some energy for the final. He thought it was a given that he'd make it through to the final. I did explain to him that the lineup this year was red hot, and he needed to really step up, and I think he's only got himself to blame, really.
Well, we have got 2 Brits in there. Who's starting off, though, right now? Who are we going to see first of all?
I believe that it will be Livewire will be the first one up, I'm hoping.
Okay. Here we go then. Well, we've got commentators for you, talking you through this. We have got Scott Jackson, we've got David Croft as well. So they're going to be here. They're going to be doing the business, talking you through what you need to see right now.
Thanks, guys. It has been an awesome day today. Scotty Jackson, you're a free runner. We've seen you in action on our VT tonight, but even you've been stunned and amazed by some of the things you've seen.
That's right. These guys are pulling some crazy tricks. It is awesome.
Well, Gaëtan Bouillet from Belgium will be the first man to entertain the 8,000 fans we have here at Trafalgar Square. 60 seconds to the music of Bleed It Out, and away he goes now. Just steadying himself a little bit. He's losing fluidity marks here. And he's setting himself up, Scotty, for something big.
A massive side flip between the 2 platforms. Absolutely brilliant.
Sort of thing that had the judges in a high state of fervour in qualifying.
Loser 180 off that platform. Very difficult move. Takes a lot of power.
And I think he might just have hurt himself on the landing a bit there, which is a huge disappointment, but I think he's right here to bail out. If he's not 100%, why carry on?
Definitely.
It's a kind of sport where you do get injuries, where you do struggle from time to time, and one bad jar on landing can ruin everything for you.
That's it. At least he's been sensible about it.
You get injured yourself very often, mate?
Not too much. I mean, occasionally there's things that are out of your control. You know, people do get hurt.
I wonder if this is where it happened.
He seemed all right at that. I think it might have been that loser 180.
Some great replay shots courtesy of our high motion camera. And this, I think, is the end for Gaëtan Bouillet. Yeah, just twisted his knee, didn't he?
I think he did. Right knee, right ankle.
Yeah, he just twisted on landing. And as you can see, the first aid, the paramedics are down there. And a great ovation from the crowd for a man who gave his best, but one bad landing, and you're out.
We should probably get out our next athlete. Kirby, who we got? How are you guys feeling up there? Are you okay? You good? Next up,
184 points, that is obviously not going to be enough. I wonder what par's going to be for this. I wonder whether you need to get anywhere near that 357 that Tim came up with in the qualifiers.
It's a huge, huge shame he couldn't carry on with that.
So we're down to 9, and shimmying down the wall and then flipping down the wall is Marcus Gustafsson from Sweden.
Starting off with a cat loser 180. And a huge 360 running gainer between the two platforms. That was amazing.
No, that was awesome. And into a cat as well. 5 years he's been practicing free running. 3rd place in the Art of Motion event in Vienna earlier this year.
Nice tuck front down there.
And the guy who likes to combine tricking and parkour and tumbling into his free running, he's got a bit of everything, has Marcus.
With a 10-year gymnastics background. Oh, that's a new one. Castaway tunnel flip.
And I love the way he saved the bail at the end as well.
He's really going for this, Crofty.
Snowboarder in his spare time. Is there anything he can't do? I'm not sure. So much energy he's giving us, but the cat there just failed him a bit.
Nice inward side there for a wall trick, bit of variety. And that's the end.
Was having a chat earlier. He says, all I want to do is be proud of my achievements when I get old. I think he can be proud.
He can definitely be proud of that. So much energy.
Come and watch your replay. Come and watch your replay. Now
that really has set the standard. This, just brilliant.
This 360 running gainer, the drop in between those two platforms is immense.
I wouldn't fancy it myself.
Let's take a little look at your replay.
Here's the cat loser with the 180 out.
And when you say loser, you're basically pushing yourself away but retreating in the air, so you're controlling the twist and the turn.
That's the one, it's a front somersault, but it's traveling backwards.
I just gave everything I had. Just want to see how long it takes me.
We'll try and give you all the details, but 342, well, we wondered, did you have to get close to that 357? I think you do.
That's a really, really good score. You should be proud of that.
Best of luck to you. Thank you very much for your time.
So that's the standard they've all got to beat. And what's going to be fascinating is to see how much has been left in the locker from the remaining 8 as well. How much more energy have they got from this afternoon's heats?
Definitely. See what tricks they're going to be pulling.
Now, here's a man who spent all of yesterday studying the course, didn't do too many tricks while the others were practicing. George G-Force Mayfield, who learnt his trade at the Cheltenham Town Hall and on the steps of the boys' college. You can free run anywhere.
That's right. Yesterday he was just standing there with a notepad, making notes, planning his runs.
17 years of age, George G-Force Mayfield. Big moment for the big lad.
Inspired to start free running for his brother Jonah.
He says his 3 character traits: enthusiastic, fearless, and blonde. Here we go then. What can George give us in the next 60 seconds?
Lovely form on that gainer there. Nice start.
Oh, and over the bars!
Huge side somersault there. And a simple cork off there. That's easy for him.
Just brilliant. Kept it simple with his first move and double the difficulty as he went on.
Brilliant height on that side tummy there.
Using the space well. Oh, yes.
2-footed inward front with a half twist to a round off back tuck there.
This is almost tumbling.
And onto bar work.
So showing a different discipline here as well.
Back away, 720 there. That was absolutely brilliant. Only a handful of people have ever done that move.
720, where he goes around twice. I think I'd struggle to do half.
Something big to finish now.
Yep, and milking the applause and getting the crowd going.
Oh, good effort on the double side somersault there. Didn't quite make it.
It was a touch of a dirty bail, wasn't it?
It was a little bit.
He's limping as a result.
Do you want to sit down?
And I think you might need to sit down, actually.
George, go on. Can I
Just shows you, we've seen 2 of the first 3 competitors here injure themselves, one more seriously than the other. It has to be said, don't try this at home. Let the professionals do it, but please let your jaw drop as you're watching on the sofa.
The adrenaline must be pumping so hard right now.
At the end, I landed some moves that I really wanted to get, so I'm really happy.
You even found time.
And you can see some of his gymnastic strengths in that previous move, and this.
2-footed inward front with the 180. Brilliant.
Love it. And then the handstands, the handsprings, and the twist.
Come on, judges, don't keep us waiting. Come on, George.
Well, not quite good enough. Only, what, a matter of 5 points between Marcus Gustafsson and George Mayfield, who goes into second place. Great marks for technical difficulty. Shows he attempted almost the impossible.
Yeah, the double twists he was pulling there were immense, and going for the double somersault.
Finalists going to the paramedics. Really are risking it all.
There you go, George G-Force Mayfield. Not scoring quite as highly as Gustafsson there. What do you make of that?
I disagree with that, to be honest with you. I thought that was outstanding. I thought the double side flip, I mean, it was just amazing.
Do you know, there's definitely, sorry, Kirst, there's definitely a reaction from the crowd here. Do you think there's sort of an unspoken pressure on the UK competitors?
Yeah, there's a massive amount of pressure. I mean, there's been a lot of media interest in all the UK guys. You know, that's the way it is. What can you do?
We've still got one more UK competitor to come, but for now it's back to our commentators and on to our next competitor, which should be Liesel, who is from Austria.
Who I think wins the award for T-shirt of the day.
Definitely.
It's a great design. Andre Liesel from Vienna in Austria, just 16 years of age.
Yep, it's the youngest competitor here today, joint with Pasha.
Kind of shows you as well that this is very much a young man's game, and there are great young men coming through all the time.
Starting with a nice palm spin. Taking it slow to start.
Really?
Huge delay side somersault there.
That was almost like a penalty save from the World Cup. Brilliant.
Moves so naturally.
So he should score some good marks for fluidity here.
And creativity. I haven't seen that stuff before.
Just saying, I'm hanging around here this evening. And says it's an absolute wow to be competing against his heroes here in London.
Oh, it was a good effort. He's tried to palm spin, wall spin straight into the swing through. Didn't quite make it, but gave it a good go.
I think it's clear they're upping the game, the athletes this evening. They know they've got to produce a little bit more than they did in the qualifiers.
The pressure's definitely on. Oh, it's nice. There was a round off full with a flash out. Really nice.
Loves the side flips. I just wondered, did he run out of steam a little bit towards the end?
Yeah, I think that bail put him off with the wall spin swing through there a little bit.
Does that happen? You know, when you're in the zone and you know you've made a slight mistake, do you consciously think about it?
It knocks your confidence a bit, but you just got to get straight back out of it and get straight back on.
Whoever makes the most noise for you, mate.
And that's the penalty save.
Brilliant delay there. Takes so much skill.
I just wonder where the ball went.
Got it. That was gentle. Here's your replay. Don't miss your replay. Are you happy?
And landed fairly well.
Yeah, very nice.
Maybe needed to put a roll into it just to keep that move going.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. This was nice. Let's see how the judges
off the wall.
Cat 180 to grab this pole.
Oh, the cat leap, he did a really lovely cat leap and catch back on the railing. How did he do for points? 307.
Just shows there as well, Scott, the cat is very much a move to continue your routine, not an ending move. 307 points. It's enough for third place. I don't think he'll be in third place come the end of the evening.
Who we got? Next up,
massive points for creativity.
Tempest and the country USA.
Time for some showtime.
At the moment, these guys are dominating Hollywood.
This man gives a bit of Hollywood and a bit of glamour to free running. From Bunny Ranch in Los Angeles. And I've never seen him without that smile on his face.
This guy is one of the happiest guys I've ever met. He's created so many moves. He's given them really crazy names like the Freak Nasty, the Quasimodo Flip, Sunny Side Up, all these things. He just can't take anything seriously.
The Quasimodo Flip?
Yeah.
Rings a bell. Now, whether we see that or not, I don't know in the next 60 seconds or so. But I just wonder, is that something that needs to happen now that we've got 342 points as the benchmark? Do we need to see some new tricks being developed here?
I think so. Hopefully he's saving some up for us.
Here goes Showtime then, who says he's been practicing free running for as long as the United States have been good at football.
I'll tell you what, I don't even know what that was. That was crazy.
It was savage. And a touch brutal. Oh, yes.
Running 360 gainer there, very nice.
Oh, and up the wall. How many steps?
Lovely height on that wall flip. Oh, tuck back to Cat, that was lovely.
Wonders what he's going to do next.
A nice tuck front, just simple, clean.
Not many of our athletes using the front of the stage, but concentrating on the bars as a second half to the run. Oh, precision onto the bars!
Brilliant, brilliant accuracy, shows so much skill.
I couldn't even do that onto a metre-wide bit of hardboard.
He looks so happy with himself, and so he should be.
And at home, living life 1/4 of a mile at a time, Victor Showtime Lopez.
That's going to go out as well.
And some lucky fans got a shirt. We'll see a couple of replays of this man in action here.
Here's the lovely tuck front.
Look at your
Almost perfect form on that.
That is you spinning around the air in slow motion. Is that brilliant? Yes. How did you feel you did?
And remember, all this without a crash mat,
We've got great fans
without
here.
any form of safety other than the athlete's own ability.
Look at that smile.
We told you he'd been smiling a lot. Will he be smiling and in the lead? Yes!
Brilliant.
Victor Lopez goes into the lead, 360 points out of 400.
Very well deserved. Technical difficulty, 96 points out of the 100.
That is the excellence of execution laid before our very eyes.
360 points. Top of the table so far.
Fantastic score.
How's everyone backstage feeling now for the final? Has the attitude changed? Is everyone changing their game plans?
I don't know, you gotta ask them.
So you're not talking to each other, making plans, or?
Wow, definitely a score to beat there. 360 out of 400. A huge run there. What do you think about that then, Izzy?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
360 out of 400. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
It's very, very good. His nickname is Showtime, and I think you've put on a really good show there. He's outstanding. Yeah.
What was the killer move there? Was it the stuff on the monkey bars that we saw?
I think it's the whole move itself. He just really stepped up and really put a lot of energy into it. It's just really cranks it out. Really good.
Do the Americans tend to lead the field in this kind of thing, or, you know, is it an open field?
It's an open field, especially today. I mean, we've seen the skills on display. It's been outstanding. Out of the finalists that are in the final, I think it's anyone's to take.
Do you know what? He's definitely a showman. Do you think that affects the judges' scores? Because he puts a lot of effort into the showmanship of him. They call him Showtime. Do you think that affects the score that he gets at the end?
Quite possibly. It doesn't hurt, does it? I mean, the crowd are fully behind him and really cheering on him. It's all good.
Have you got a favourite?
Team Live Wire Chief is amazing. I want him to do well today.
Okay, he's still to come. We saw him earlier. In fact, he did incredible things, didn't he, on the monkey bars? He did a similar move earlier on today where he did a handstand onto those bars.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. Has he got anything left to show us, you think?
Absolutely. I've been talking to him backstage and he's going to really go for it today.
So what do you think of the moves that get the big points then? Is it aerial stuff? Is it showmanship? What do you think?
Well, with the judging criteria this year, we're looking for a mixed bag. So it's not just about big tricks, it's about how you link the moves together, how creative you are and use the whole course. So it's a mixed bag this year. So anyone can step up and do all of that is going to score highly.
Okay, well, it's on to Germany now. Here's Hoyne for you, and back to our commentators.
Let's just call him Co as he scurries and scarries his way around this course.
Another huge tuck front between those two gaps.
So impressed with this guy's energy today.
He does not stop moving.
Oh!
Wall 360 flip there.
Can't believe it. The man who took up free running because everything else just bored him, he said.
So fluid in his movement. Nice straight back there.
Yeah, and just using the double platform.
Oh, a little bit of a slip there.
Well, it's kind of difficult for him. He's shorter than everyone else. No, sadly, he didn't nail that either, and his expression, his reaction told the story. He needs to set himself up for something big to salvage this, I think.
It looks as though he's done.
Yeah. I think he realised it was going nowhere.
I don't think that's going to be quite enough.
What happened? You tried
Not at all.
Don't you people just walk round anything?
He just bailed out at the end, ran out of puff, ran out of steam. It started well, he kept it simple at the start.
It was a nice tuck front, good form.
Here's your replay.
Right, we've got a nice drop front somersault to roll there.
Good forward motion on that
over the gap.
as well.
Also here,
Then back to the wall again.
Onto, round off to back full twist.
Yeah, onto the
Very good,
cat.
nice landing there.
And it was from here on in that it just...
The wall flip 360 wasn't too bad at all. It was with that little slip where he just slipped up.
And that's what happens if you don't get the full rotation, if you're not landing properly. Yeah, 320 points only for Ko from Mönchengladbach. If you don't get the landing right, it just knocks your stride.
Yep.
This is your score. You have got 320 points. Well done.
Well, who's going home in the big flash car tonight? Or who's joining the rest on the coach back to the hotel? Trafalgar Square is an absolute picture. I just wish they'd turn Nelson around a bit so he could see the action. He's facing away.
Couldn't have asked for better weather.
Well, couldn't ask for a better crowd as well. And so far, they've been absolutely delighted by the efforts of Victor Showtime Lopez, the man who has set the benchmark, 360 points to beat.
I bet he's smiling now.
I think he'll be laughing for a long time this evening. Trophy went back to the United States this time last year, and it's going to take a Herculean effort to stop it heading back to the Atlantic again tonight. What goes through your mind, Scotty, at the top of the platform when you're about to go on a 60-second run?
For me personally, I'd try and block everybody out. It's just me and the obstacles, that's it.
But how do you do that? How do you block everybody out? How do you block that crowd out?
It's difficult with 8,000 people, all eyes on you. It takes a lot of self-discipline.
Talked to surfers before who stare out at the ocean for great lengths of time. Victor Lopez will be staring at that leaderboard for a huge amount of time as well. 18 points clear of Marcus Gustafsson, with George Mayfield still hanging on to third place. But the big British favourite is yet to come.
The stopwatch is set to 60 seconds. Good luck, Tiger. Good luck.
And at the top of the rostrum, Delian Dimitrov of Bulgaria is on his way.
Kicking it off with a cat loser 180 there. And a 360 gainer, absolutely lovely.
Winner of the sickest trick at the Art of Motion event in Vienna. That's the best move of the night, and that was almost the best move of the night.
I'm fairly sure he was going for a triple cork there.
Should have stopped at the double, he got the landing wrong.
There's an aerial twist, simple.
This is what he does though, flips, flips and more flips. This is his thing.
There's the loser 180, actually a Webster loser 180.
Webster loser?
Off the 1 foot.
And again.
Nice flow on that one.
Bar that triple cork, this has actually looked fairly impressive from the 17-year-old from Sofia. Onto the scaff we go. Nearly got his head. Someone needs to put a sign up.
That's the end of it.
It is now.
I don't know if that move will even count.
Well, I hope it doesn't for him because he didn't nail it. Been practicing for 3 years to get to this standard.
How do you feel you did?
He used to train in judo
How did you feel you
There's
did?
before he turned to parkour.
There's his 360 gainer. Looking nice. Spotted it perfectly.
Should we take a look at your replay and I'll leave you alone?
It's on the screen there.
It's the cork. It was the triple cork that I think is going to cost him marks from our
That's it.
4 judges this evening, all of whom free runners themselves.
Triple twist.
Know a great deal about it. This is the triple cork.
I expected him to go for the double, but he just wanted to keep going.
Okay.
Did you spot that, judges? Triple.
Lips to the floor.
The thing is, I know you want to get into the zone at the top of the platform, but you know the score to beat. 300, only 6th place for Delian. You know if 360 is the score to beat, you are going to have to perform a triple cork to get anywhere near it.
That's it. His technical difficulty was way up. Just the creativity and fluidity not quite there.
Yeah. So do you watch everybody else's runs, or can you just tell by the leaderboard what you need to do?
You can pretty much tell. You know if something's gone fluidly. The creativity, it's easier for me to see because I see it all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Executions, couple of bad landings. 63 for fluidity, 69 for creativity.
And there are leaderboard, 360, still the man to beat, Victor Lopez. But coming up next is a man who might just be able to do it. Hold on to your hats, folks. This guy is a little bit special and a little bit different.
He is absolutely brilliant. He's well known for his upper body strength, his handstand work. He's got a 5-year background in breakdancing before he started PK. Well, parkour, whatever you want to call it.
Free running for this evening.
Yeah, that's right.
He's the guy who finished as runner-up at the World Championships last year. He was runner-up at the Art of Motion as well. And I just wonder if the bridesmaid is going to get married tonight and turn into the bride.
That's right, expect special things from this guy.
His favourite techniques, anything unusual, like this.
Kicking it off with a one-handed handstand. Only a handful of people have got this as good as Tim.
And he's doing it at the tallest platform.
Straight into cat as well.
Precision.
Big cat 180 precision, tuck back.
Kong to cat. And now onto the bars. Oh, yes!
Good effort with the cat 180 to the rail.
But he kept it going as well. It wasn't perfect, but he kept it going. Now the flag. It's the walking flag. It's his trademark.
So much strength from Tim here.
He promises that he'd do it, and he's delivered.
Cat 180 to round off back tuck. Kong to cat again.
Ice cold, this man. Knows his supreme talent. Knows this upper body strength. Look at that.
Just toying with it. He doesn't even find this difficult.
There's some invisible stairs on that stage, I swear it. But he's gone for something unusual. I wonder if this is still going to be enough, though. Oh!
There it is, the Kong to handstand, to hollow back. Absolutely brilliant.
Stand up wherever you are and applaud the man taking a bow in front of you, who has just given us something a little bit special here in London tonight.
One more time for Tim, everybody. That was
The man who says he wants to form a village, especially for free running, where only the runners live with one mindset.
Give you a chance to get your breath back. Here we go.
And if he's in charge of creativity at the village hall, the rest are in trouble.
There's the cat 180 to precision onto the rail. Minor slip there, but he recovered it well.
Yeah, even with the slip, he still kept it going and turned it into an underbar move.
That shows total spatial awareness.
And there, using the scaff once again. This is where someone has planted some invisible steps on this stage that he's just walked up.
I cannot explain how much strength this takes to do.
Well, we'll try. How many crunches a day? Got a great breakdancing background, you know, and it's that upper body strength from breakdancing that he now uses.
That's right, judges. Okay, best of luck to you. Let's see how you do.
There's the Kong to handstand.
Well, he gave us, didn't he, the precision handstand in qualifying. We saw him practicing this yesterday, and we knew that if we got to the final, he might just pull it out of the bag.
And straight into the hollow back as well. Absolutely brilliant.
Go get yourself, how you feeling?
He's in the lead, 366 points.
6 points ahead of Lopez.
Wow. I wondered, would he become the bride tonight? I think the wedding bells might be starting to ring for Tim Sheaf.
Wow, so there you have it. Tim, the guy from the UK, is in the lead. You were talking fluidity, and that definitely was a fluid routine.
Not so much about fluidity, this one was more about creativity. He's unique in his upper body strength, and earlier on in the run, in the day in his qualifying, he did all the usual stuff that everyone else has been doing. Today he's really stepped up in the final, and he's absolutely killed it.
right now?
You've got the defending champion who's still to come up. He's outstanding. I think he's saving a bit of energy for the final. Also Jason Paul from Germany, who is an amazing athlete. I think he's going to really crank it out.
Buying rounds to really show off now. He has gone for it, pulled out all
On
the stops,
fire,
hasn't he?
absolutely on fire.
So looking at the leaderboard there, we've got a Brit in the lead. I mean, realistically, who else is there to look out for? Can anybody touch him right now?
You've got the defending champion who's still to come up. He's outstanding. I think he's saving a bit of energy for the final. Also Jason Paul from Germany, who is an amazing athlete. I think he's going to really crank it out. Here we go.
He is right now, so let's get back to the action.
2 to go then. Jason Paul, our penultimate free runner, up on the platform. 18 years old from Frankfurt. Big ask to beat 366 points, and he looks a touch nervous.
This guy has got some really clean and really powerful somersaults, so watch out for this.
Wants to live a life you could base a really awesome movie on. Now we need an Oscar-winning performance tonight if that life is going to be played out on film. Great choice of music, Till I Collapse. It's got to be the motto for these guys.
Some lovely fluid spins here. He's going to get marks for fluidity on that.
And we've seen him do a number of spins and turns on the bars.
He just moves so naturally, it's unreal.
Very graceful.
He's really going for this now. Popping a wall spin in there.
And again, on the platforms, arm spins as he moves around the stage.
Round off flash kick there, very nice.
The gymnastic, and you'd be proud of that, Scotty?
Yeah. Nice side somersault, very clean.
10 seconds to go. You might just have heard the hooter.
Is he going to get something bigger? Another side somersault there.
It's great movement, but I wonder, is there a big enough move, a big enough trick in there to impress our judges?
That's the end.
I just wonder if he didn't need something spectacular to end off his 60 seconds.
Extremely creative, extremely fluid, but the technical difficulty I just don't think was there.
Does love the creative fluid movements, likes putting combinations together. That's very much what Jason Paul is all about. But it's how our judges score this.
And here's the slow-mo of the round-off flash kick.
Really fluid.
Moving so fast, our cameraman having trouble keeping up, but at 300 frames a second.
And there's the kick.
You can see every bit of it.
I'd like to have seen some bigger moves, some crowd pleasers, but it's all important staying in that final and earning them points. So well done. There was some nice fluid.
And this
bar
using
here,
the
spinning around,
middle platform, roll down.
Nice creative stuff.
That's where he maybe needed to put a cork into it, double cork.
That's it, some bigger somersaults, some more twisting.
Yeah, the wall spin's good. I'm not sure it's enough. Let's see what the judges give us. Well, third place.
That is not bad at all.
And once again, that fluidity, that execution, that's given him massive points. 96 and 92 respectively.
Lowest points on his technical difficulty, like we said.
But it's the choice you have to make, isn't it? Do you go for the technical stuff, the really difficult stuff, and hope you nail it, or do you stick to what you know you can do?
That's it, trying to fit it in 60 seconds.
I think this man's only got one option, and that's to go for the obscene and go for the spectacular. Gabe J. Walker-Nunez is our defending champion. At the Roundhouse in Camden, he emerged supreme and took the trophy back home over the Atlantic, and he is the last man that can stop Tim Sheaf from winning this evening.
This guy also won Sickest Trick at the Art of Motion competition 2007.
So he's got it in the locker. He can do it. It says free running is about the 3 Fs. The free, the friends, and the fun.
Big composition to start, nice.
Oh, he's woken everyone up with that opening. Good rolls.
Going for a big somersault between these platforms now.
Oh, yes!
Looked like a 360 twist into a front somersault.
And the thing was, he got it spot on. Not that time, though.
A nice full twisting back somersault there.
Yeah. Off the bars once again. Kind of just searching, isn't he, for his next move.
Could be a big one.
Well, it needs to be from here.
Another full twisting back there.
10 seconds to go for our defending champion.
Dash to cat there, that was quite a nice creative movement there.
And the cat keeps it going. He's running out of energy, he's running out of puff, he's running out of time. Oh, the crane almost saved him.
Tried to get the reverse vault to crane there, didn't quite make it.
Well, Jay Walker came back to defend his trophy, and I just wonder if he hasn't done quite enough.
Would you like to see
The judges will put their scores in as we watch once again Jay Walker in full flight.
The 360 into the front somersault there with another 180 out, I think. Didn't quite land it as cleanly as he could have.
No, he didn't, but went into the roll, didn't he, to carry on the move?
He did.
And that certainly helps him out.
He knows he wants to earn them points. Now, I'm not a judge, but I give points for a disco move in the
Little one up there just to impress the judges, I think.
And there's the full twisting back. Not sure if he was going for a double there or not, but he didn't quite make it.
Didn't get the height, didn't get the elevation.
Before we get that decision, why don't you be the final man?
Certainly looks very happy with his efforts.
I think he's just enjoying it.
Yeah.
There's the dash to cat, really nice. Not seen that, but yep.
And once again, this was the ending.
I want to know from my
Into
own
crane.
experience, maybe one day I'll be a
Not quite.
champion. Who knows?
It's just running out of steam at the end there, I think.
What was it like for you coming back to England to defend your title? Was it a big thing?
And not quite, 315 points only. And there's a realisation around the audience here that Jay Walker, the defending champion, hasn't done it, but this man has.
And Tim Sheaf is the new reigning champion of the Barclaycard 2009 World Freerun Championships London.
And a close run thing it was too, but I don't think there'll be anyone here who will disagree with Sheaf being the winner, and I think Kirsten has got him in her clutches.
And there you go, and Sheaf is with me right now. Second last year, you have done it this year. How are you feeling?
Can't talk. I can't talk. I'm so speechless right now. Oh man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Those moves, I mean, we were talking about your upper body strength. It's still on display here, quite frankly, at the moment. What were you thinking when you were doing that?
I just wanted to hold everything, you know, everything that's all this static strength. I just wanted to lock everything out, keep the crowd happy, not make any slip-ups, and it pulled through.
As far as you're concerned, did you make any slip-ups and we maybe didn't notice?
Yeah, I made several slip-ups in that final run. I don't know if the judges didn't see it or what, but wow.
How long have you been preparing for this?
Not very long. Like, I've just been training like 5 years, and I didn't focus on this. I didn't get any new moves for this. I've just been opening my mind so much more lately at home, and it's just worked.
How did you get into it in the first place?
I saw a documentary on TV, and I just thought, wow, you know, I used to breakdance. I saw this, and I thought, there's so much freedom in that, and I just got involved, and I managed to express my freedom today.
Well, congratulations, you're about to get your prize, so I'll let you crack on for now. We'll let you get back onto the stage. Back to you, Reggie. Well done.
Whilst there you have it, the number 2 has been announced. It's Mr. Showtime himself, and Tim is our champion.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
Listen to the reaction, listen to that.
Wow.
So you know the man, how do you feel?
I'm absolutely chuffed for him. He placed second last year. He was the People's Champion. This year he stepped up and he's absolutely killed it. Absolutely delighted.
Yeah, it's definitely fantastic. And there he is right now. Here we go, here's the reaction. He's got his top off, and he looks pretty happy. There he is. Look at that for a celebration. So what happens next? I mean, he's a champion. The whole world's going to know his name. I mean, what's in store for him now he's champion?
Whatever he wants, whatever he wants.
So how close are you guys then?
He's actually part of my team. He's one of our athletes. I'm absolutely chuffed for him. Over the moon, amazing.
So what do you think about some of the other competitors today? So Showtime was fantastic. He came second. A lot of people were tipping him to win. I mean, do you think that he'll give it up for Tim today? Do you think he will walk away thinking he should have won?
I don't think so. I think that Tim was, throughout the whole course of the day, his first run was really tight. His second run was just absolutely insane. Totally different, totally unique, and I think he deserves it.
Right. We've talked fluidity, we've talked technique, we've talked routines. One thing we haven't spoken about is music. It seems that everybody's got their own style of music to match. How important is that during a run?
I think it definitely fires you up. most of the guys have got their own unique kind of taste. Definitely fires you up, gives you something to get pumped up for.
Okay, so you know Tim quite well. Tell us some stuff we don't know about the man.
About Tim?
Yeah, go.
Oh, you don't want to hear those things.
But he seems like a really nice bloke.
He's a very cool guy, very grounded, you know.
Yeah. So how far do you think the free running can actually go? Because it's been featured in movies. We've seen it in movies like Paul Blart. We've seen it in James Bond. I mean, how far can free running actually go as a sport and as something commercial?
Well, the commercial side's been going for years now. At some point, that kind of coolness is going to dry up. So what we're looking to do is we're supporting stuff at ground level. So we've got lots of grassroots stuff like schools work, working with local councils, working with the police force, etc. On a high level, events like this can only be a good thing. It gives something for the kids to aspire to.
Yeah,
it's great.
Totally. Okay, well, it's definitely been an amazing day so far. I mean, next year's going to be incredible. This has been absolutely huge. Look at it. It looks absolutely beautiful here at Trafalgar Square. I mean, how far do you think we could go next year?
All the way. It's going to be sooner than you think, the next one. I'm a spent force today. All my energy's gone, but I'm just absolutely delighted. Fantastic.
Tell us a little bit more about your team then.
We have a team of 30 athletes in total. There's about 9 or 10 that are in the core team. They've been with us since 2003 from day one. Very high profile.
Do you think I'll ever end up in something like the X Games or the Olympics or something like that?
I don't think the Olympics is the way to go because it's very rigid. In terms of the X Games, I think quite possibly in the future.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, if you missed the man that is the champion of free running for 2009, here is his run one more time. This is Tim doing his thing. Okay, so let's
Well, let's see Tim Sheaf here again then, Scott, and we can actually take a breath here and settle back and enjoy this, because at the time, it all came in an absolute blur.
He was just moving amazingly. His strength, that one-handed handstand to start off with, the cat 180 to the back tuck, this cat 180 to rail precision.
That was the slip-up he said that he made that the judges didn't quite pick up. But it was the fact that he managed to keep going and then just blinded us with this. This is his trademark, the flag, but it's walking up the pole.
Definitely. I mean, most of the other guys, when they made a little mistake, it knocked their confidence, but Tim just got right back up and just did his thing.
And we've seen him all day, haven't we? Absolute icy cold stares he's been giving. Not that he's not a lovely guy, because he is, but he's been so in the zone. I mean, could you do this?
That is beyond me. That strength is absolutely ridiculous.
And the thing is, this will inspire other free runners as well to do this sort of thing, to be more creative with the upper body. And it's not just about corks and twists, it's not just about the big tricks.
Oh, definitely, it's all about the control. Look at that, absolutely amazing.
I think we could tell as soon as he finished, he was going to be the champion.
Wow, seeing that run one more time, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Amazing. What can I say? No more words are needed.
You're actually gushing right now. It's fantastic.
I'm delighted. I mean, he placed second in last year's World Championships. There was an event about 2 months ago that he placed second again. Yeah. He kind of felt like he was the number 2 man. He stepped up here and he's made us all proud. So.
Wow. Now the American last year's champion didn't do very well. What do you think was wrong with his run?
I thought his run was actually okay.
Right.
But again, with Livewire, he stepped up and did stuff that was just out of the norm. Yeah. And he stood out from the crowd.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, we spoke about it a little bit earlier on. It would have been fantastic to see 3 British competitors in the final. I mean, how do you think Blue Devil's feeling right now? I mean, one of his friends has won, which is a fantastic thing. But what's going through his mind?
He's absolutely gutted. Big things were expected from him. He is an outstanding athlete. I'm really, really gutted for him. But he'll get over it. There's another time.
So what do you think actually went wrong?
I think that he was trying to be too sensible in his approach and saving some energy for the final. I think he took it for granted that he was going to make the final. It's a mistake he made, and he'll learn the hard way. But he'll be back.
Yeah. The German Ewan didn't land particularly many moves. I mean, what do you have to say about his run? Because it wasn't particularly smooth.
Yeah. Look, the thing you've got to appreciate is they're under a lot of pressure here. They're in front of 8,000 people. You've got the TV cameras. There's a lot of pressure on them. And also in that minute, they've got to step up and represent. And I think he did a good job, and I think everyone's got the right to be proud of themselves. But it wasn't to be on the day. So
okay, nice. Well, thank you very much, Easy.
Thank you very much.
Kirsten's currently backstage right now, and I think she's got just a few finalists beside her. Kirsten, what's going on?
Actually, still on the stage at the moment with our 3 winners here. First of all, showtime. It was showtime for you tonight, wasn't it? How was that for you?
Oh, that was awesome. I had a plan. I stuck with it, and it didn't matter if I won or lose. I just didn't want to leave London with regrets. Like, why didn't I do that move? Why didn't I do this or that? I put it out on the table, and this is what I have to show forth, and that's awesome.
What was the plan then, just out of interest?
everything, all those moves I executed, like starting from the first one, the 360 front flip over the gap. Oh, I was so scared. I was like, you know what? I hear Michael Jackson, and it's okay. I'm just going to beat it and do it, you know. And and then I did my backflip to cat, and once I nailed that, it was smooth sailing. Now it was done.
Because we heard you only had about an hour and a half today and an hour and a half yesterday looking at this. So how much time do you spend planning that out?
You know, if you train the way you're supposed to train, when you come here, you just fit in the moves and the puzzle. That's it. Just complete the puzzle. You know what moves you want to do, what moves you feel confident in, and you know what you need to do to either win or, like Livewire did, or just to get past, to qualify for the finals. You just adjust to that, and that's what it takes. Just solid training.
Absolutely. How long have you been training for? Congratulations, by the way, a win for Germany as well. How long have you been free running for?
About 4 years.
And how did it go for you today? How did you feel it went?
First I didn't feel very well, but as soon as I did the first jump, I was like, yeah, now do it. And everything went so well, I was so happy, and now I'm just like luckiest person in the world. I'm so thankful to be here with all the guys.
We've been hearing a lot that you guys hold a little bit back when you're in the qualifier and then you really go for it in the final. Was that the case with you?
Oh, not really. I just planned my first round and say, maybe I'm going to go to the first 10. And then I did my first round. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm in the first 10. And then, came up here, so what am I going to do? And looked everywhere around and then just made something up fast, and then it all worked out.
How important are the crowd here to you guys? Because obviously I'll get on to Tim in a moment with the home crowd, but you were kind of pumped and wanting them to be with you. How was it for you?
As soon as I jumped, I didn't see anything more except the obstacles.
So you couldn't hear the crowd, you just blocked the whole thing out and you were just in the moment, in the zone?
Nothing, just like thinking of the next thing to do.
Absolutely. Well done, you two. I'm just going to chat again to our winner, our UK winner, right here, right now. Let's see the silverware, please. Let's have a good gander at that. That is a beautiful thing. Where's that going to go?
On my shelf next to my bed at home.
Are there any other trophies on there?
There's a few second places there.
Is this your first then?
It is my first victory, yeah.
What's next then? I mean, are you going around the world? Are you going to make some new moves up? Is there going to be a new ladder move?
I don't know. I just want to train every day like I keep doing, and just get out there, just be creative as possible, just open my mind and try and inspire other people to open their mind as well.
Well, congratulations. Amazing, you three. Very well done. And I've got to thank particularly our UK winner. Spot on. Well done. Look forward to seeing you in the future. Back to you, Reg.
I'll tell you what, Easy, your boy looks particularly happy with that trophy in his hands there. Big old beam from him. Now, something actually happened here while Kirsten was doing interviews over there on the main stage. Somebody tried to do a bit of a flip off one of the stairs and actually landed flat on his back. Now, this isn't as easy as it looks, is it?
Not at all. If anything, you need to start slow, stay low, take your time. If you're sensible about your approach, you'll be fine. Don't want to replicate what these guys are doing. These are top-level professionals.
Yeah, now for anybody at home watching who's been completely inspired by what they've seen today, I mean, what's the first step to getting something like free running?
Check out urbanfreeflow.com. We have a multitude of different techniques on there. You can learn all the basics. We teach, we do outdoor classes. That's the best way to get introduced to it. Just take your time.
Yeah, and how long does it take you to get to this sort of level?
If you apply yourself sensibly, you can go from being a beginner to intermediate in a very short amount of time.
Right, how did you start? What was your sort of history in the sport?
My background's boxing.
Right, okay, I'm even more scared of you than I was before.
Long story. But I gave up and there was a void in my life. I was looking for something else to do. Happened to find this and I've ran with it.
I think that looks fantastic. There you go. That's our new free run champion 2009, Tim, there with his trophy and his boxers hanging out, flashing his trophy and shaking hands with absolutely everyone. It's been an absolutely amazing day. Now, if you've never seen any free running before, this definitely should have opened your eyes. I'm walking away from here inspired. I don't think I'll be flipping off of anything anytime soon, but I have had fun. Remember, you can go online to urbanfreeflow.com if you want to find out more about free running. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Exactly. And remember, this is something that has been done by professionals, so please don't try anything off your staircase and scare your mum. It's been an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. We are out here from myself and Kirsten. This has been the Free Running Championships 2009.